First, being too agreeable. That is going to absolutely kill sexual attraction. She does not want you to agree with everything that she has to say. She does not want to be the same person as you, nor does she want you to be acting like everything you guys have, you have in common. That is going to kill the tension, which is what you want to build. So stop agreeing with everything that she says. And listen, I'm guilty of that. I even still do that sometimes. When you're meeting a new person, you don't want to make it awkward, so you try to kind of agree. It's the nice guy tendency that ruins almost all relationships because it's fake. It's not real. Not every single person you meet, you're gonna have the same opinions, the same things in common. It's just not realistic. So make sure that you're not being too agreeable when you're with her. Next, outdated chivalrous moves. Okay, so there's some parts of chivalry that are nice. I think opening up the door for a woman, whether it's a car, whether it's even a restaurant, is fine. But then you have the things like pulling out the chair for her when she sits down, walking on the side of the street where the cars are coming. These are just some of these outdated chivalrous moves that actually have a fine line between being chivalrous and being a simp. And we do not want to be a simp because that is the fastest way to lose sexual attraction. And a simp is a person who is trying to do things in order to get people to like them. Very similar to a nice guy. Next, let's talk about plans. Planning, letting them plan. Don't do that. In the very beginning, at least. Down the line, you're dating someone for a while, they're gonna wanna plan a date, they might even wanna plan a trip. In the first 1 to 4 dates, unless they want to plan something, you need to be the one to take over. Why? Is it because women are lazy? Is it because they're entitled? No, maybe some are, but most of the time, it's just attractive behavior. They want a man to be a provider, they wanna be with a man who is a protector. When she's with a guy who is taking control and taking action, she can then be attracted to that guy. That turns her on. These are characteristics that symbolize a guy who can protect and provide. So always be planning. It's not that hard. It doesn't need to be crazy dates or crazy excursions, just taking the lead. You'll be able to learn some of those specifics better if you actually have a one-on-one coach. We do have coaching available. If you go to tripadvicecoaching.com, you can book a free call with my team. We can chat with you about how we can help you with all these little intricacies of planning dates, getting more dates, setting up a dating profile that's getting a lot more dates. Guys who've joined this program have gotten insane results and have upped their level and upped their game to be able to get the kinds of women they want so they have more choice. So go to tripadvicecoaching.com to book a free call today. Now let's talk about apologizing and talking. First, apologizing is something that a lot of nice guys do and it just crushes attraction, okay? So I don't mean saying sorry for if you've actually done something wrong, but the odds that you've done something actually wrong and to hurt someone where you have to apologize happen in moments very few and far between. So I'm talking about the little sorries that happen that just kind of come out as a tick. You just might be saying, I'm sorry for any little reason. It's nice guy behavior because you're trying to make sure that you're not stepping on any toes, no pun intended. Maybe you do step on her toe, you do say, I'm sorry. If anything, just say, my bad. It sounds so much better than saying, I'm sorry, right? I'm sorry is really intense. It sounds like you're really guilty. If you do something like make a little error, oh, my bad. Simple as that. Talking too much. If you're talking too much, this is a sign of nervousness. I've never heard a girl go on a date with a guy and say, wow, I had such a good time. He talked the entire time. Usually it's the opposite. This is very nice guy behavior. A guy feels like he has to put on some sort of show and say a lot of things in order to get the woman to like him. But the more and more talking you do, the more it's gonna turn her off. She's not gonna be turned on, and you're not gonna really get to know her. So really take it easy with doing too much of the talking. Helping them. The most friend-zoney behavior you could ever think of, right? Being the shoulder to cry on. Being there to help them and give them advice with everything that they need. Going over to the place and helping them move their stuff and fix things. Now, if it happens once in a while or it's something that, you have a specialty of, that's different. But I'm not talking about exceptions. I'm talking about when you're trying to do things for her, when it seems intuitively like, hey, I do things for someone, they will like me. This exchange of value. But it actually turns her off, but she can tell that you are just trying to do things for her in order to get her to like you. It doesn't work. Next, nodding your head constantly. I know that sounds funny, like really, is that gonna really turn someone off? Actually it will, and it's a turn off when you're in a conversation with a regular person. I don't know about you, but if I'm talking to someone and they're constantly nodding as a way to tell me that they're hearing everything I'm saying, it comes off very strange, very awkward, as if they're trying to show me, hey, I'm in conversation. I don't need that. A woman doesn't need that. We know as long as you're looking at the person and you're responding to the person, but over nodding the whole time talking to a woman is overkill and it's gonna make her feel uncomfortable, therefore lose attraction.